Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, April 23rd. I have cleansed the area and smudged the cards. Just lighting my Palo Santo. Okay. We're gonna say a prayer and shuffle the cards. Okay, the first card we have is the Queen of Wands. Someone standing in her power, and they know it. They know that they have the power and the control, and she's taking charge. Honored by nature, the wild beings. The Ten of Cups. That is complete fulfillment, emotionally, physically, financially, the whole package. No lacking. And then we have the Ten of Swords, which I'm feeling there's some hidden deceit with that Queen of Wands. There's something hidden with this Queen of Wands. She's revengeful. People wouldn't expect it out of this person. People would not recognize this person. And I'm thinking it's tearing up this happy home. She's trying to tear up the happy home. But it's not working. Absolutely isn't working, because though she has 10 swords in her back, she is reaching for that wand, for her broom, to have the broom take her away to safety, for help. As this shyster, whoever wanted to backstab and ruin this Ten of Cups. Sorry, I'm gonna try and move it all in there so you can see the cards. There's a lot of cards today. So yeah, I'm thinking this Queen of Wands wants to break up this happy home. Whatever she did to try to do that, she did. She plotted, put her action in play, and ran, leaving this one stranded, struggling, suffering, but not completely gone, not completely out of it. She's grasping for the wand or her broom to take her to safety. And then I asked for clarification of the Ten of Swords, and I got the Five of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. And with the Five of Swords, I think this is revelation after this atrocious whatever act this was to try to break up this home. But the information's coming out about all the backstabbing and about all the things that went on behind this family's back. And with the clarification of the Two of Cups, through this revelation of all that took place, that nearly took somebody out, could have wiped out a family, could have separated a family, could have struck down a family. But out of all of this, there is a joyous union coming into play that did not get destroyed through this, all of this turmoil. As you see, the woman that was suffering and hurting and struggling is now, or will be, celebrating joyously with her romantic partner and forever friend, confidant. And then the Nine of Cups, a reminder, even though you find your partner, and you come together after everything, don't let all of that go to waste. Let the lessons be learned. Don't lose yourself. Don't ever lose yourself trying to help everyone else and forget yourself because you care so much. But you can't care for others if you don't care for yourself first, because what you give them is just what's left, and the energy levels down there. So it's a lesson as well through this to not lose yourself. I want to make sure you can see them because I moved the cameras. Okay. All right. Again, please use your intuition with the cards. It may hit you something totally different, but there's a lot of thinking here and a lot of emotions. So it's coming to terms and balancing your emotions and your thoughts. And through this, there's going to be a lot of revelation, and through that revelation, it's going to bring, it, as much as it's painful, it is going to bring fulfillment and an internal lesson that will probably never, ever, ever be forgotten. Let's see what the Spirit of Animal Oracles has to say. It's the Lynx, Keeper of Secrets. Take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. This deception, once you're aware. You see others' secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. Let's read from the book on that. Lynx are solitary animals that live in the mountains or in the harsh climates of the cold north. They spend much of their life alone, out of sight, and in the shadows. Lynx is the ultimate introvert. This trait is sometimes misinterpreted as aloofness, shyness, and arrogance. But this is not the case. Lynx people are observers and listeners and prefer the independent life. Those who walk with Lynx will have the uncanny ability to see what others cannot. This includes others' agendas, fears, hopes, and plans. Lynx have long tufts of fur rising from the tips of their ears that act as antennae, so Lynx can hear the unspoken word. If Lynx is your totem, you will be difficult to deceive because you are telepathic. You naturally live the life of a mystic. You cannot fulfill your role as spirit messenger if your mind is cluttered with the noise of a too busy life. Alone time is essential, and secrecy is your medicine. Patience and silence are your friends. As a Lynx person, you will find contentment and happiness in reflection and contemplation. Spirit is always by your side. On the contrary, are you irritated because you have not had enough alone time? Don't tell secrets that you should not. Keep that cat in the bag, if you will. Cat, got your tongue? That's okay. Remember that silence is your friend. Regain balance and solitude. And with that, I'd like to add, loose lips sink ships. Let's see, heart and soul. It's time to reflect on what really matters. Ultimately, this is love, peace, and happiness, and you can only find these within yourself. When you're in peace and love in your heart, there will be peace and love in the world. For all your experiences are simply your own reflections. It's time we make it happen. That's what it sounds like to me. And I do believe that's, ties into here, because with the Five of Swords, the secrets, the backstabbing, it's all behind the scenes, and you can sense it. You know it. Sometimes you just know. You ever have that feeling? You just know. You don't care what people tell you. You can tell me till you're blue in the face. It's different. You just know. This is what it's talking about. And our whispering wood messages. Humility. Flowers are unfair of each other's beauty. They bloom regardless. Don't judge yourself to somebody else, because what works for them doesn't work for you. Find your own way. We all have our own special talents. And the sad thing is instead of competing, and I'm learning this too, but instead of competing, if we think of it, we all have things we can bring to the table together. And each of those things is what builds what success is. So I may carry some skills that Mary doesn't have, but Mary has skills I don't have. But between the two of us, our skills complement each other and can achieve a greater goal. Versus if Mary went her way and I went my way and did it separately, we could achieve the same goals, but it would take us a lot longer. Whereas if we work together, we can get the greater whole together a lot quicker. So I think that's where the humility comes in, when people think that they're the shit, pardon my French. Well, God has another thing for you. You may not be the shit. Growth. The tallest oak tree once started as a seedling. Don't be afraid to start something new. Don't be afraid to come out of that muck. That first step, she's grasping for her wand as she's laying there bleeding after this creep trying to get out of there. Well, I'm glad she suffered through it and she stuck to her guns, because look, she got the Two of Cups. Look at that sun shining back there, celebrating. The last one laughs. What is that saying? Laugh first, laugh last. Yeah. And then uncertainty. The shades of gray within the fog will eventually lift. The shades of gray within the fog, all the chaos, all the confusion from thoughts, from the manipulation, from making things appear a certain way when they're really not. It's all coming out in the open. All of the fog's lifting, and all of it will be revealed. It's just living that storm. But that's when you hang on to God, and He'll get you through it. Nothing beats His strength. I do hope you got something from this reading. And I will see you tomorrow on the next one. Have a good day.